Hello children, welcome back to the class. Our next lesson is States of Matter, Part 1. Look around your surroundings. You will find plants, stones, animals, furniture, books, and many other things. They are all made up of matter. Anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. Mass is measured by weight. So, what is matter or what is matter made up of? It is made up of tiny particles called molecules. A very large number of molecules are held together to form a substance such as, look at the stone or book. So, molecules are held together to form substance such as stones or, look here, a book. A stone or book is nothing but molecules held together. So anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter, and matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. Now, air is also called matter. Why air has mass and occupy the space. See, when you blow balloon, the air goes and occupy the space. The balloon become big in size and goes and occupy the space. So air is matter. We call air matter. Not only stone and book and air, water. Water is also a state of matter. And water exists in three forms: solid, liquid, and gas. Look at this. We are going to study about solid. Now this book, it is a solid. It has a definite shape. It does not change its shape. Okay, it occupies a fixed amount of space. If you keep it on a table, it occupies a fixed amount of space. The amount of space a substance occupies is known as its volume. This means the book has a definite volume. A solid does not change its shape or volume when you move it from one place to another. This is because the molecules of a solid are closely packed and hence they cannot move freely. So, solids have a definite shape and volume. However, some solids can be bent or broken when a force is applied on them. For example, we can break a pencil or bend a wire by using force. So, hope you understood about solids. Now, let's move on to liquid. Liquids have a definite volume but no definite shape. It takes the shape of the container. Look at the picture. There are different height and shape of the glass. So wherever you pour, it goes and take the particular shape of that vessel. Liquid can flow easily. This is because the molecules of liquid are not packed very tightly. There is enough space between the molecules so that they can move and slide over each other. See here what is written. Liquids take the shape of the container. Liquids have weight. Liquids have a constant volume. Liquids take up the space and it is particles move around but still touch. Molecules of liquids attract each other. Now here also you can see how the molecules are arranged inside. There is nice gap between each molecule, and see here the liquids take the shape of the container. Here also you can see different shapes of the container. Wherever you pour, the liquid take that particular shape of the bottle. So that is the nature of the liquid because it does not have particular shape, but it does have particular volume. Okay, it takes the shape of the container because molecules are loosely packed. This is another example. What is a liquid? A liquid has no definite shape but does have definite volume. You can say 1 liter, 2 liter of milk, a half liter of milk, but It takes the shape of the vessel into which you pour. Look here. Now we learned about solid, then we learned about liquid. Now it's about gas. Air fill up all the space available to them. So imagine you're taking a paper and you light the paper with a matchstick and put it inside the jar. Now what happened? The smoke which come out from the burning paper will fill up the full bottle. When you cover the bottle with the lid, what happened? The smoke covers the full bottle. So that is the quality of the air. It goes and occupies the full space, whatever is available to them. That is because the molecules move far apart because it does not have a definite shape or it does not have a definite volume. Okay, no definite volume. Wherever you pour, it goes and occupies that particular shape. That is about the gas. This is solid. Second one is liquid. The third one is gas. The states of matter can change from one form to another when we heat or cool it. For example, ice, which is solid in form, it can be changed into water, liquid, when you heat it. So when we heat a solid, it changes to its liquid form. For example, ice. When you heat ice, it changes into liquid, water. The process is called melting. The process by which a solid changes to liquid is called melting. When we heat a liquid, it changes to gaseous form. Look at the picture. When you heat a liquid, it changes into vapor and changes into uh, a smoke form, which is called, this process is called evaporation. The process by which liquid change to gas is called evaporation. Now again, you can change gas to liquid. Look here, when we cool a gas, it changes to its liquid form. For example, when water vapor is cool, it changes to liquid. This process is called condensation. It's written here condensation. Now again, liquid to solid. Again, when you cool this liquid, when we cool a liquid, it changes to solid form. So when water changes to ice on cooling, the process by which a liquid changes to solid is called freezing. So this is how matter changes from one state to another. Look here. Here you can see how the solid ice, when you cool, it melts into liquid. Again, when you heat, it changes to gas form, steam form. It's called evaporation. When you cool, it changes to liquid, which is called condensation. Again, when you cool liquid, it changes to solid ice, which is called freezing. So these are the different stages of changing a matter from one form to other. They have come to the end of the class. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you all. God bless you.